Hi guys, welcome to my channel. In this video, I will be covering what is need for IoT systems management and also I'll explain simple network management protocol. Shortly we call it as SNMP. Guys, I have uploaded complete IoT subject tutorials. I'll provide that link in description. You can watch from there. If you are watching this video for the first time, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Let's get started. Guys, IoT system has many things that will work together like sensors, devices, software, internet, cloud apps, etc. And in IoT, there are so many devices. Managing all those devices is very tough. That is why we use IoT system management to keep everything work properly. By using IoT systems management, instead of doing work manually, we can automate our work. Guys, I'll give some of the reasons why IoT systems need strong management. And the first one is automating configuration. Guys, IoT systems contain thousands of devices. So configuring each device manually is very tough. It will take a lot of time and mistakes. So by using IoT system management, we can automate configuration. Single settings can be applied to all devices, which will avoid errors. Yes, for example, if you consider city traffic lights, city contains hundreds and thousands of traffic lights. Instead of going to each traffic light, we can configure all the traffic lights at a time by using IoT system management. And second one is monitoring operational and statistical data. Yes, operational data mean data about system condition. So operational data mean data about how system is working right now, like water system temperature values, machine status, etc. And whereas statistical data mean performance data, that mean data about how system is performing, like CPU usage, memory usage, etc. So manually monitoring operational data and statistical data is very tough. So with the help of IoT system management, we can automatically get information about operational and statistical data so that we can detect the problems earlier and we can understand system performance. We can easily predict the failures and maintenance will be easy. For example, if you consider smart factory, in factory, we can automatically monitor all machines' performance, like whether machine is overheating or not, whether processor is overloaded or not, etc. with the help of IoT system management. And third one is improved reliability. Yes, for example, I have applied some configurations to particular IoT device. So whatever configurations that I have applied, this IoT management system will check whether the configurations are valid or not. So in case if we give any wrong settings, automatically management system will identify that so that systems become more reliable and stable. Yes, for example, let's say there is fire alarm system. In that, I have given wrong threshold temperature values. So automatically, this management system catches that mistake and prevents system failure. And fourth one is system-wide configuration. That is nothing but all devices are updated together. Guys, in large IoT systems, there are so many devices and all devices need to run same configuration. So if you update each device separately, some device will run old settings and some device will run new settings, which may cause errors. So we need system-wide configuration where all devices are configured together. That is nothing but either all devices are updated or no devices are updated. For example, if one system configuration failed, then all systems configuration will be stopped. That is why we call it as all or nothing approach. Because for example, if you consider a smart city, there are so many traffic lights. If one light is not updated, then everything will be stopped. No lights are updated. And fifth one is multiple system configurations. Guys, IoT system management can do different configurations in different situations. So IoT management system can store various kinds of configurations and they can switch to various kinds of configurations based on situation. For example, if you consider CCTV example, in day mode, there are different configurations. And whereas if you consider night mode, in night mode, there are different configurations. And also in emergency mode, there are different configurations where alarms will sound. So based on situations, configurations will change. And sixth one is retrieving and reusing configurations. Yes, for example, IoT management system has configured one device. We can simply copy all those configuration settings and then we can apply that settings to new devices. So which will save our time and avoid errors. Yes, for example, I installed a CCTV camera. With help of IoT management system, I can simply copy those settings and I can apply those settings to new cameras. Next, I will explain what is SNMP. Guys, SNMP stands for Simple Network Management Protocol. This is one of the oldest and most widely used protocol for network management. By using this protocol, we can monitor and control various kinds of network devices like routers, switches, servers, printers, firewalls, etc. Guys, SNMP contains four main components. And the first one is Network Management Station. Shortly, we call it as NMS. Guys, we call NMS as Central System. It is used by Network Administrator. By using the Central System, Network Administrator can send requests to devices. Basically, will send requests in the form of commands. This network management station will show health of all devices. And second one is managed devices. Guys, whatever the device that we are monitoring by using network management station, we call the device as managed device. It can be either router, switch, modem, printer, server, etc. And third one is management information base. Shortly we call it as MIB. Guys, in each and every device, there is database. We call the database as management information base. This management information base will store important information about devices like CPU usage, memory usage, interface status, device temperature, etc. And fourth one is SNMP agent. Guys, whatever the software that is running inside device, we call that software as SNMP agent. By using this software, devices and as well as network management station, that is NMS, both can communicate each other. This software will store data in database. That is nothing but this software will store data in management information base. Whenever NMS asks data, then data is forwarded to NMS. Next I will explain how SNMP will work. Network management station. Shortly we call it as NMS. It is managed by network administrator. For example, network administrator wants particular health condition about one device. So administrator will send request by using NMS, and each and every device contain SNMP agent which act as software and also management information base which act as database. So whenever administrator send request, that request is sent to software, that is nothing but SNMP agent. As complete data is stored in management information base, SNMP agent will give response by using management information base. This is how SNMP will work. Guys, SNMP will use UDP protocol, where UDP stands for User Datagram Protocol, which is connectionless. So communication will be fast. Next I will explain limitations of SNMP. Guys, even though SNMP is widely used, there are some limitations, especially in IoT systems. As IoT systems need stronger, reliable and secure configuration management, there are some problems with SNMP. And the first one is SNMP is stateless. Guys, whatever the request we send, SNMP cannot remember that request. SNMP will not store that information. So each request is treated as new request. And second one is SNMP will use UDP protocol, where UDP stands for User Datagram Protocol. Yes, when compared to TCP protocol, UDP protocol is not secure. Messages may be lost and there is no guarantee in delivery. And the other problem in SNMP is there is limited configuration support. Guys, SNMP can only monitor device, but SNMP cannot configure device. So SNMP will become useless for configuration. And fourth problem is hard to separate configuration and state data. Guys, configuration data means whatever the settings we performed on particular device, the data is mixed with actual data. So separating actual data and configuration data is very tough. And fifth problem is hard to retrieve full configuration. That is nothing but there is no backup. Guys, in SNMP, if you want to backup configuration, it is very tough. So we cannot easily retrieve or restore full configuration for devices. And sixth problem is weak security in old versions. Guys, in SNMP version 1 and 2, security is very less. So hackers can easily hack data. But in SNMP version 3, security is improved.